I'm at the Honeybee Market in Detroit, and I love this place. Anytime I'm out on a story and the photographer and I drive by, I have to stop because this place is an oasis. But I want to talk to you about a term called food desert. It's an actual term, and it refers to people who live in an area and they don't have access to fresh, healthy, or affordable foods. It could be a rural area or an urban area, and in fact, the city of Detroit has the reputation of being a food desert. But is that reputation rightly deserved, or is that an urban myth? Well, photographer Noah Stevens decided he wanted to go out and find out exactly what Detroiters are buying, what's in their cart, and why.
I always had an appreciation for the visual arts, especially painting, but buying a camera seemed a little bit more of an accessible way to start creating things in the visual arts field.
While many are drawn to photograph Detroit's ruins, Noah Stevens' vision is to share the city's most vibrant feature, its people. The project is called The People of Detroit, with the asterisk because not everyone in Detroit is an abandoned building. It's an insider's view of Detroit's beauty and humanity, but it's also a deliberate counterpoint to a common, less flattering narrative about the city. That's a theme in Noah's work, including his latest project.
I hate to hear people say things that aren't true, and when I hear that, I'm motivated to try to correct that. Now, I've heard one person too many say that you can't find healthy food in the city of Detroit. You hear a lot about Detroit being a quote-unquote food desert. And I grew up in the city. I grew up in Highland Park. I lived off of the Lodge on 6 Mile. And I've never really found that particular idea to be true. So I really wanted to go out and systematically document the fruits and vegetables that are available, and the fresh foods that are available throughout the city, because maybe my perception is incorrect and Detroit actually is a place where you can't find fruits and vegetables, but it hasn't been my experience.
The USDA actually maps food deserts in the United States. The green shows low-income areas where a significant number of residents are more than 1 mile from the nearest supermarket in urban areas. But it's one thing to take an aerial view and quite another to survey at ground level.
What I'm going to do is go to every store in the city on my bike, photograph a broad overview of the produce that they offer, as well as pictures of certain key fruits and vegetables that are kind of like essential and for the most part affordable. And I also want to photograph patrons of every store and talk to them about their experiences with food in the city, their preferences for food, and the types of choices they make around food. It's going to be quite epic, but the epic is starting here at your store for your permission, because I live around the corner. So.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be an adventure.
The adventure started at Indian Village Market, the first of 111 grocery stores inside the city limits.
If you had to pick the healthiest thing in your basket right now, what would you say it was? Turkey neck pieces? Yeah. Okay. So kind of in a substitution for the, what do they usually do, like
yeah,
pork pig necks, right? Yeah. All right. When you look for grapes and strawberries in stores in the city, how would you rate them? Are they usually pretty fresh? Are they?
Yeah, they're pretty fresh.
Okay. I think people oftentimes underestimate the ability of people in low-income communities to make choices. It may very well be that there are no fruits and vegetables available, or it may be that people just choose not to take advantage of those things. So whatever the case is, I definitely hope this project will encourage people to make more conscientious choices about their diet and about their activity.
A few weeks and a number of stores later,
in addition to having an idea of what healthy food is, they also seem to be confident that they can find that in the city of Detroit. So the whole idea that healthy food is difficult to find in the city of Detroit really hasn't been borne out by the interviews I've done with people so far. Generally, the relationship is lower income, less selection, but they almost always have a good supply of the staple food. You may not be able to find kumquats or quinoa or some of the things that people from the foodies talk about, but I mean, if you can find apples, bananas, and carrots, you know what I mean? Like, that can be the basis for a healthy diet. It's my working assumption with this project that people consuming unhealthy food in urban communities is more due to them choosing unhealthy food than healthy food being unavailable. That seems to be supported by everything I'm seeing so far. Human behavior is a complicated, multi-layered, hard to explain phenomenon. I think if I had to distill it down to one thing, it would be apathy. We also had a food environment that is like saturated with so many convenient, super sweet, super sugary, super salty, so you do have to willfully kind of deny yourself certain things. Like I always hear the argument, there's a fast food place on every corner in the hood. I mean, yeah, I agree. It was like that when I was growing up too, where we just didn't go. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go. Excuse me, ma'am. How you doing? My name's Noah. I'm doing a photo project for the people of Detroit.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think it's all about balance. Some meat, but not too much. Your fruits and vegetables and whole grain, that sort of thing.
It's probably the most comprehensive definition I've got so far. All right, I appreciate that. Do you live in the city of Detroit?
I do. I live in Corktown.
Of course, Noah's survey is anecdotal, not scientific. The vast majority of supermarkets in the city are independently owned, not national chains. So prices can sometimes be higher in every aisle. But Noah says the time and effort it takes to prepare fresh food is often the biggest obstacle for busy people at any income level.
The main difference between processed food and food that's not processed is convenience. It's just more convenient to buy processed food. It doesn't cost more, it probably costs less. Because you can make a pot full of anything for a lot less than you can buy even a hamburger for. You sound like you've heard of the food pyramid.
Yes, I deal with it all the time.
Do you? What do you do?
I mean, I deal with children. I have my own.
Okay.
So I have to actually go by a nutritional listing for the kids so they can stay healthy and not always candy, or fast food.
Okay.
I like apple.
I've had a lot of people say that people don't know what healthy food is.
I won't say they don't know what healthy food is. Maybe they just not for sure that it has to be a routine, just like brushing your teeth every day.
Okay.
So they might not know that's something that has to go on every day.
A lot of the discussion around food deserts, especially in urban areas, has operated from the assumption that people don't have any autonomy, they don't have any choice. And I think that's condescending. I think it's condescending, and I don't think it's accurate.
If you'd like to see more of Noah's work or read more about the people he's photographed, we've put a link on our website, clickondetroit.com. So even if you've lived in the same place your entire life, there's a reason to take a look around. Stay curious, sort out fact from fiction. Take a sneak peek at something you've never seen before and find out that it's something you're actually interested in. Just something to remember. Thanks so much for watching First Block.